Well, my dad and I, we'd have coffee every day, almost every day together. And I said to Dad, you know, one day I want to actually make coffee for you, because he would be very critical. Said I lacked body, you know, it was not acidic enough, or it had some strange flavours. He was always very critical. And being in the restaurant industry that he was even more critical, I think. But so one day he was coming to have coffee with me, and he ended up having a accident head-on with a truck. Prior to that, we discussed doing a cafeteria in this warehouse that I used to do a lot of manufacturing from. And it was like a showroom for kitchens and so forth. And so I said, all right, Dad, what we'll do is we'll do a cafeteria here, and we'll get you in here, and you can make coffee, and you'll be happy, and then I'll be happy, because we don't have to keep going out every day, you know? And but he had a head-on with the truck, sadly, and we never got to do that. And that was what inspired me, I thought. We'd had come up a few times before and realised that it was a slower pace, and thought this is a lovely place. It just seemed to be the right timing. And, you know, I thought if I could just get the blends the way Dad would love them, which we're able to through an amazing roaster guy, and, you know, perhaps this is the right time to come. After developing the blends, we had really just enough money to buy a coffee van, so we did a little funny coffee van, and I was fortunate to put on a guy, Ben, who was very, very unbelievable in coffee, really. And so he trained me, and we were able to get the blends around the city of Rockhampton. Temperatures is not your friend when it comes to vans. Different fluctuating temperatures and humidities. The resetting and setting up, it's pretty difficult. We found that this area that we were serving the van in was the busiest, and so we thought perhaps if we could just get into this little shopping centre, which was Northside Plaza, it would go okay. Dad, he always thought he was Italian, but he was not, and he loved that Italian feel, and those colours seem to reflect that, I think, for Dad. And also it has a little bit of a French restaurant flair, because Dad was an amazing chef as well, you know, as much as he was an amazing waiter, and service to Dad was so important. Dad always used to say, this lacks body, you know, it tastes washed out, you know, so we really wanted something that had complexity, but also had the body at the rear, and left you with that chocolate coating on your tongue that reminds you to have more. Went to an amazing roaster and sat down, went through it all. We cupped and, you know, trialled and error, and came up with the blend. Yeah. I thought if we get passionate franchisees with the same drive for service, it would be a better way to multiply, because it's very difficult to try and do it all yourself. And so we thought if we could get the people with that same belief and passion, that would be great. Well, one day I left the van with some unnamed staff members, and they filled up the water tank instead of the petrol tank, and that created an interesting dynamic to the coffee, which we won't get into. And fortunately they didn't implode somewhere on the road, so yeah, the end story was good. I think timing, and definitely service and position. Product would be the fourth. Don't give up. Just, if you've got a passion and you believe in a certain product, just don't give up. Just keep at it, and believe that it'll work. Probably look at more drive-through models, and We're just working with certain developers on that and certain franchisees and positions